and was identified in Nepal as a sectoral priority within its human resources development initiative. In the policy strategy for its framework, we find on the diaspora some recommendation. Let me give you some of these recommendations. The first one is to encourage entities such as the EU, AU, ILO, and IOM, which is the International Organization of Migration, and other organizations and their respective projects to assist in fostering stronger relationship between African states and the African diaspora in order to create enabling conditions for the participation of migrants in the development of their own countries. It is also to create the necessary political, social, and economic conditions such as enabling a policy environment, democracy, and good governance to serve as incentive to attract diaspora. Establish a reliable database on the diaspora both to determine the extent of magnitude and to promote networking and collaboration between experts in the state of origin and those in the diaspora. These are some of the recommendations. Encourage EU member states to integrate migration development policies, particularly poverty reduction strategy papers, etc., in the national development plans. So the remittance, we have also in the African composition about the remittance and African diaspora. I've been told that I have only 2 minutes, so I have prepared more, but since we are constrained of time, let me go straight to the African composition migration, what this instrument says about the diaspora. For the African composition, strengthening and enhancing the involvement of African diaspora in the development process is a key aspect of fostering the migration development nexus and have been identified in the plan, as I said, as a sectoral priority with its human resource development initiative. Intervention on human resources development for priority sectors is a long-term challenge to most African countries. Furthermore, the 2004-2007 African Union Plan of Action adopted by the Executive Council at its 4th ordinary session places the diaspora at the center of the priorities of the African Union and provides for a special program titled Citizens of Africa with the following objectives. First, establishment of the diaspora expert database, systematic inclusion of diaspora expertise in EU programs, full involvement of the diaspora in the ECOSOC, Economic and Social Council of the African Union. And lastly, encourage inputs from the diaspora for the development of their countries of origin in the form of trade and investment activities, transfer of funds, competencies, technology, and by permanent or temporary participation in development projects. Let me say also that diaspora before EU, at the level of OAU, there was no structure which was dealing with diaspora. But now we have a department which is dealing with civil society, especially with diaspora, which is called CIDO, and I think it's a big encouragement for the EU since 2003 and coming, and we see the participation of diaspora at all EU meetings, conference. When I'm in El Salvador, I met many people coming, maybe some of you have come already. Even when you organize a youth meeting, an expert meeting on youth, or to adopt the charter, or youth charter, second youth charter, the diaspora was invited and have given her their input in this episode. I thank you for your attention. I'm sorry to be short because we have time constraints. We have more to say.
Thank you for your patience and your discipline. As far as the time constraints are concerned, we can see how important the African Union is as a partner in this process.